On this episode of Break Up to Wake Up, the road less traveled.
I can't take opinions from somebody who doesn't know what that was like.
Yeah.
So, sometimes people will think their opinion is just so grand.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's like small valley.
Yeah.
You gotta continue to not be affected. People want you to feel a way about certain stuff. Like, it's not like that.
Yeah.
Nah.
Do you feel like you are in the process of doing that work, of making that progress? Do you feel like you've started that yet? Or not yet?
I do. I feel like it. I think, or at least I try to practice certain values every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm somebody who is big on visualizing, obviously, like visual artist. But, like, I like to know what would it take to get this, or what would it take to keep this. Like, you need to be somebody who is, like, slow to anger, easy to forgive, like, working stuff out. So I think I just try and practice different things that would be necessary to just being who I want to be in the future, and who I want to be, like, for my family, future family, spouse, everything. So, something we learn every day.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Growth.
I wrote that on the way here.
According to the relationship experts that I know, the main factor for whether a relationship is going to work out is agreeableness. It's like one person has to, at least one person has to be more on the agreeable side, which I really struggle with because I feel like I'm more the agreeable one, but it's like, I just feel like I also want to fight that because I'm just like, no, I struggle between being the agreeable one versus I have my own opinions and my own voice, and it's like you have to, it's like learning to pick your battles,
Yeah, no, for me, it's just like, does this really matter? Like, how important is this really? Like, is this a situation too? Something I want to win, I need to have the last word, or is this actually gonna hurt you tomorrow? Or something like that. Like, are you even gonna remember what this was in a few weeks?
Yeah, I feel that. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I feel like what I have really been trying not to get caught up on anymore is if you're having a disagreement and then someone is like, well, 3 weeks ago you said X, Y, and Z, and then the other person is like, no, I didn't, and then you're like, yes, you did, and it's like, it's like, or oh, a month ago this X, Y, and Z happened, and they're like, no, it didn't, and you're like, yes, it did.
You might as well charge. I'm guilty as charged because I do not you can't. I don't know what I was doing 2 weeks ago at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I cannot tell you.
Yeah, and
if I said what was 50 Cent was he did that shit.
Yeah.
He said it,
He said it, I did it.
If I said it, I did it. I meant it. Whatever. But I don't remember. I'm very much in the moment. I say too many things to too many different people to remember word for word. Nah.
Yeah. So that's what I've been trying to focus on letting go in my current relationship is because it's just as sure as one person is that this happened, the other person is just as sure that it didn't. So it's just this back and forth, and at some point, one of y'all is going to feel like you're getting called a liar.
But
it's not. No, neither of you is lying. It's just a
real attainable goal.
Exactly.
What's the purpose of this?
Yeah. So.
I think it's probably a different approach that needs to be taken. When you said this on this day, this many weeks ago, this is how it made me feel. And 9 times out of 10, personally for me at least, it could be a simple misunderstanding. You might not understand the way that I talk. I might use different terminology, different grammar, or you might think I was being aggressive because you were having a bad day. 9 times out of 10, it doesn't matter. The disagreement doesn't matter. It's the love, it's the bond that it's supposed to be about. So, honestly, to me, I'm just if it's real, it's nothing in this world that can come between it. We might get mad, I need to go for a walk, all this type of stuff. But it's like a rubber band, it's gonna come back together.
You're gonna be alright.
It's real.
We're gonna be alright if it's real. Yeah, I feel like that's what I'm really working on with my current partner is I'm just like, we're not gonna agree on this, so we can just move past it because I don't think this is actually, we just, what do we talk about?
Now, for real, like, what you want to eat?
Yeah, like let's just move on. Yeah, cause I just feel like I feel like I'm like a slow to anger person because I'm just like I just feel like most stuff just does not matter. It doesn't matter. Like we're fine.
I don't know one productive thing that I did while I was angry.
Yeah.
Like I don't like being angry.
Yeah, me neither. Sometimes I feel like anger is real sometimes, but I feel like 90% of the time anger is just covering up another emotion. Like it's covering up hurt or embarrassment or humiliation or feeling like you're betrayed. Like I feel like it's like what is behind the anger that's causing it is like what you really gotta get at. But if you just let the anger take over, then you never get to like what was really the problem.
Yeah, like you too busy, kind of like with the rah-rah stuff. Like, it's the soft, it's like a soft skin under that, and, it's like sometimes, unfortunately, you never get to that part because, a lot of people, I don't think I was necessarily taught, like, effective communication.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if you didn't, that's what I'm saying. So it's like if you haven't had certain experiences in life to teach you that, how to operate with somebody, that has a different opinion than you, that comes from a different place, doesn't talk like you, doesn't look like it. You just, it's that type of situation.
Yeah, if you're stuck in a bubble, then that's just all, But I think what you said is like, what you said earlier, I think is like one of the most valuable pieces of advice is just saying like, when you did or said this, it made me feel X, Y, and Z. Like that is the most helpful thing you can really say to somebody is just telling them how it made you feel, because if you just say like fuck you for that, then they're not really understanding it and then it's just an argument, versus saying like when you said this it made me feel X, Y, and Z. That way someone can actually like understand your emotions and where they're coming from. It's like
just like those communication skills, it's like the cousin of problem resolution skills. So it's like I could communicate well with you all day, but if me trying to hold you accountable is something you're not ready for, you're gonna like feel attacked, you're gonna swell up on me when I try and bring it to you. Then me being me, I'm that person. I'm just like, maybe we should just talk about this later when you have
when
a
you
moment.
calm down.
Yeah, but it's like everybody, a lot of people, some people, they don't like to be told to calm down. It's like it's just like a big red flag. You can't touch them, you can't get close to them. You just kind of gotta let it burn out. But I think I've seen like a lot of different sides of things when it comes to stuff like that, and I just prefer not to waste time. I know everybody has to experience life through their own lens, but it's like we never know how much time we really got. Yeah. So if I can, I'll try and talk it out. But like if you're, kind of hot-headed, I might take a step back from you. And it's like I got my own life and things going on too. So by the time I double back on you, who knows how you feeling now? Might be a little bit more jaded, like 10% more. I don't know.
Just gotta wait and see. Hope for the best. So with this situation, would you say that you were heartbroken?
I was. I think I was. I think it was probably like the most I ever been. I don't know. Like as we get older, we change. We love different. So it's like each time, it's a little bit more serious than the last. Like I'm better than I was in the last situation. So it sucks sometimes.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I think I remember my my first girlfriend, we were like on and off for like 4.5 years. And I was like really heartbroken by that situation, like multiple times throughout those years. But then I dated somebody after her for like 5 months, and that person really had my shit fucked up. Like I didn't think I could be any more heartbroken than I was over the first person. And then that second person that was only with for 5 months. Ooh. Ooh.
It
Yeah,
was like this meme. It was like, you know, I had to double it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think part of that was just because like the second one, it caught me off guard. Like my first girlfriend, like, you know, I knew we was gonna be a little dramatic from the start. It was like that, and then 4 years later, it was still being like that, you know. But the person after that really like just caught me off guard. I was like, you wasn't supposed to be like this. This wasn't supposed to happen. You were supposed to act right, like, you know. So I just that one just hurt me so much more. Yeah. Yeah. But do those kinds of emotions, like, do they do anything for you, like creatively, or do you kind of separate like your personal from your creative work, or do you bring that into your art?
It affects me. It affects me. It definitely influences. It influences the art for sure. I think like right around the time where things were starting to get a little rocky, I think I probably had like a photo shoot for a magazine or something, and like I think I probably told one person, well, I'm like, yo, I'm having a bit of a day right now. I'm like, yo, do you want to cancel? I'm like, no, bro, just give me a second.
Let me plug it out.
But no, it definitely does, and I think like that's one reason why I'm probably just not the most active person when it comes to dating, because I know how sensitive that could be for me. And if somebody, you know, was to disrupt me in that way, it could be disruptive in more ways than one.
Gotcha. That
can affect a lot of things. So I try to keep that. I try to keep it separate. I try to keep everything copacetic under control, but you know, it goes how it goes. It goes how it goes. Yeah.
How long have you been an artist also? Or was it like a journey? I know it's like a journey, you know. So like, when was it? When were you like? Because no, I mean, people don't really. We're not like taught that it can be a legitimate career, you know. So I'm assuming that like took some time for you to be like, this is seriously what I want to do. I'm seriously gonna pursue this. It's like, when did that happen?
I would say that probably happened. They'll probably happen like 2000, probably about 10 years ago. For most people that know me, like I started out just with a streetwear brand. Like I used to draw all the time in grade school, like just in class doodling. Like some people that know me that went to high school with me, they'll be like, yeah, they'll like no lie, no lie, like that's real. But like just those notebooks and things, they started to pile up. Now it's like, I want to put my art on T-shirts. You know, I want to do something with it so people can see it. I legit just had notebooks. It was starting to pile up. And I think I was probably like $100 short on my tuition. And my manager at the time with my internship, he bought a piece. And I was able to do what I need to do. But I think it was a form of expression for me. And like I just kept doing it, kept telling people about it, kept doing it, started buying bigger canvases, and like it just got bigger over the years.
That's so dope. I cannot draw a lick. My stick figures don't even look good. Like they're just all of my talent went to words. None of it went to art.
Like I used to. I don't think I really drew like stick figures. I think I always tried to like draw it out for real. I don't think I just wrote in plain English. I just started writing in cursive. My best friend, Charnel, from grade school, she was like, "Why you write like that?" I'm like, "I don't know." Like,
Yeah, because I'm an artist. Okay.
Like, I didn't know at the time,
Yeah.
but yeah.
It was in you.
You're right. You're right.
So with that kind of being your path, were there ever, like when it came to dating, were there like people who maybe didn't understand what you were trying to accomplish? Like did that come up in your dating life? Like people not really getting what you were trying to do?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But I think one thing that probably kept me going was that I might take outside opinions, but I don't really take them to heart like that. Like even just like with new music that might come out, like, you know, it's cool, so and so drop, but it's like I'm gonna listen to it on my time. Like I might be in like a certain energy or something, and whatever the mainstream one is like not in alignment with what I got going on. So definitely, but I think in those moments I probably like just took it with a grain of salt. For me to have so much history with what I'm doing, I can't take opinions from somebody who doesn't know what that was like.
Yeah.
So, you know, sometimes people will think their opinion is just so grand.
Oh
So, you know, it's like small violence.
yeah.
You gotta continue to not be affected. You know, people want you to feel a way about certain stuff. Like, it's not like that.
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay, cool. That's great. That's great. You're very like grounded within you.
I try to be.
Yeah. You're doing
Try
good.
to be. Look, after Thursday at 7 o'clock, I think it go off. No, I'm just playing.
Did what you want in a partner change as a result of this experience?
I think so, but I'm not gonna act like it was just like a whole 360. I think I just evaluated it as like a like, okay, what would have been necessary to move this like a little bit further. So, you know, I think that made me realize, okay, like these are the qualities or these are the things that somebody should be willing to do. You know, so you know, and at the end of the day, honestly, it probably all boils down to just being open and, you know, vulnerable in those moments of difficulty.
Yeah.
So, you know, and that can be difficult for some people.
Yeah. People struggle with that. Well, so how would you describe the partner that you want?
Sheesh. Putting it on out there. I think
In a summary.
that would probably be somebody that is, well, not probably, it would be somebody who's supportive of me and what I've built over the years. Somebody who like has their own identity, they're open-hearted, they know how to work through difficult instances. I don't think I can, you know, honestly like give the full summary.
Yeah, that's okay.
But yeah, like just those little things, like somebody who can be forgiving and like working things out, and just vulnerable in moments where you might not expect somebody to be so selfless.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, I think what I'm appreciating a lot in this moment of my my partner right now is that I've never had somebody who's so like just open to the fact that like relationships can be hard. Like I think I just knew with a lot of people that were like, it's not sunshine and rainbows, like we're doing something wrong, you know, like it's normal in a relationship to like have disagreements and to, you know, to have times you might be struggling more than other times, but it's just like my current partner, she's very like, this is gonna happen and it's okay, you know. So it's like it makes me feel like I don't have to like panic every time we argue because like I'm with someone who like gets it, and it's like normal. Like, not, you know, because if we're not like having, you know, toxic arguments, you know, it's just like your disagreements are just gonna happen, and it's like very normalized with her. Like, she tries to like make me feel like it's okay, this is gonna happen, and it's all right. Like, you know, so I think that's something I didn't know that I wanted in a partner until I got it. I was like, yeah, put that on the list.
Yeah, I think I've heard it before, like more so in like professional environments. So it's like if you're not making mistakes, like you're not doing it right, like you gotta be able to bounce back from those things. Like if you think something is like attainable, you gotta do what you need to do to practice to get it right.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Reminds me of this like other quote that I love. I don't know who the quote is by, but it's the quote is, to do something you've never had, you must do something you've never done.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, if you want a successful relationship, you have to be willing to, you know, be more vulnerable than you're used to, and be more open than you're used to, and be more communicative than you're used to, because that's why it wasn't working out before, you know?
I mean, and I
or
think,
part of it, yeah.
I think like that has like a lot to do with my perspective. Because like I said, like each relationship is like better than the last one. Because I'm, you know, kind of always building and things like that. So it just makes it, you know, each one is special in its own way. So like back like I was saying, some of us be like, oh, you always say that. Like, nah, I don't, you know, I'm not, like I don't give like what I used to give. I give more, or at least, you know, I try and give more to like the appropriate things and people that really deserve it. So
yeah, don't be out here wasting your time with these Atlanta women.
Don't do it.
I'm gonna ask this just because I'm curious. If this person walked in the door right now, what would you say? If they were just like, hey, they just happened to be here, what would you want to say? It's not gonna actually happen, but I'm just curious.
I don't know. You caught me off guard. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Yeah. But there's no like, you don't have any like, there's no like lingering words left unsaid right now. It's just.
I can't think of those things right now.
Okay. Do you still talk ever?
I don't like it's a very hazy type of situation. You know, I don't feel like
it'd be like that sometimes. Well, do you have any advice for like artists or creatives that you would give after your very long successful career?
Any advice? I would say just like follow your own path. Follow your own path. Like if you're not necessarily a visionary in terms of like where you need to take it, what you need to do next to just take things a step further, like get a team, like somebody who you can look up to and kind of like guide you in that situation, because sometimes like you just might be exactly who you need to be. Like you might be who you're supposed to be. Like you just don't know what you need to do. And you know, everybody needs a little advice. Like that's what people get paid to do. Like give advice. So you know, just keep figuring it out.
A consultant. Or a mentor. Yeah.
Everything. You might need both of them.
And a PR person, an agent, a manager.
Right. Shout out to my PR file. Like, appreciate you, girl. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for letting her come on the show. Okay, well that is all I had. Thank you so much for sharing. This was so like insightful. You have wisdom. Like
appreciate
I feel like I feel like you've like had experiences and like really made an effort to like learn from them and take stuff away from them, which is what the show is all about.
Feels me in my neck sometimes. I get back.
Okay, so I will, have all your information down below. So what's next for you on the horizon this year? More shows, more pieces.
Oh yeah,
More
like
life.
all of the above. More shows, more art, more partnerships and collaboration. Working on building the team, building the brand. Trying to get another show on the books. Trying to do everything that hasn't been done before. And if we did it, if it's been done before, we're doing it even bigger.
Yeah.
So yeah, just like everything. I don't think it's anything I'm not trying to do right now.
Oh, okay. Big year. Okay, well, thank you so much. That is the end of this episode. Thank y'all for watching or listening, and we will see you next time.
Check out more Break Up to Wake Up on YouTube, Anchor, or anywhere you find your favorite podcasts.